See, lake dogs are trying to log in, so
As soon as you hit recording, I should say, Steve, that was the most intelligent, insightful comment I've ever heard you make.
Brilliant, Steve.
Yeah.
let's try that again then.
Take two. Take two.
Anyway, Kenny, it looks like you're ready to go. What do you got for us? Everybody mute.
I have two songs, like usual. So here we go. I capture things I can't keep, and I let go of those things I should hold on to. Well, deep down, I know it's fine, and everything will settle down at the end, like suspended mud. Hitting the ground after the tidal wave swept through town. Chaos seems to be a lifestyle choice for people like me. Good thing there aren't a lot more of us, or nobody could get any sleep. Thank you.
It's trickier to keep the tone on those really high notes, isn't it, on the uke? Those really high ones, to keep some, because you want to hit it loud so you can hear it, but then that can kind of mess with the tone a little bit. You usually don't. Is that a little higher than you usually? I
Yes.
associate you more with like mid-range.
Right, correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
You're experimenting more with those upper neck chords.
Yeah, it's a good feeling, you know. I go to bed every night satisfied when I do that.
Oh, God.
Just as long as you take care of the ukulele as well.
Good thing there's not more of you.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Good, there's not more of me. I like that. I like that.
I wait for the planet to give me some insight, and my only reward is sore feet from standing still too long. Enlightenment never seems to come my way. I'm hoping for a blinding flash of inspiration. I'm treated instead to the dole bowl. In a cluttered refrigerator at 1 a.m., though that container of leftovers to my right looks mighty enticing right now. So I try a small bite, discovering it hasn't gone bad. Well, I eat it all, and maybe this is as close as I get to enlightenment tonight, to enlightenment tonight. This might be as close as I get tonight.
Leftovers
love
that
that
didn't go
song.
bad. Leftovers that didn't go bad. That's yeah.
Thank you.
As close as you get.
I love that song.
Close as you get tonight.
that-
Yeah. Jeez.
Might be close enough.
Is that the
really nice.
Yeah, was that a trumpet part or was it another instrument?
Trombone.
Oh,
lip
trombone.
bone,
Yeah.
Lip bone. Yeah.
That's only
I-
the second song I've ever heard that featured the mating call of the muskox.
Yeah.
Great, Kenny. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that was really good, Kenny. It's good to
Thank
see you
you.
again.
Really was.
Okay. Thanks.
Hello, Gus. I think you're up next.
Okay, I'm going to put my headphones on here.
Yeah, we can't see you yet. We can see your picture.
Are you sure that's not an advantage? Where is my... Oh, there it's under that. There we go.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So I got this, I got an old song and a new song. This new song is pretty new. Like, today. Hold on a second here. I'm hearing an echo someplace. I don't know if it's coming from me or not. Test. All right.
Sounds great on right now. Everybody else is muted, so it sounds pretty good.
3, 4. I remember praying for Bobby Korea to go up in flames, like the prayers that David made in them songs. He called on the Lord's lightning to strike down his foes, burn his enemies to the ground. The Bible is full of prayers asking God to smite our foes. Charlatans and kings ask new ways every day. And it's amazing to me how many holy Joes will say, let's get down on our knees and pray. Let's get down on our knees and pray. Prayers to make the mighty walls come tumbling down. Prayers to stop everyone not from our side of town. I'm thankful that prayer don't work on others, but they can help you when you want to work on you. Don't ask for favors or protection or money. Ask to help you grow and improve. When you're feeling small and helpless, pray for strength to help you stand tall and strong. to show up the good in your heart, because love is never wrong, 'cause love is never wrong. Prayers to make the mighty walls come tumbling down. Prayers to stop everyone not from our side of town. Prayers to stop the blacks, prayers to stop the whites, prayers to stop our soldiers kill our enemies in the night. Prayers to stop the Muslims or the Cherokee Nation. Prayers to stop the culture council caused by immigration. Prayers to make the mighty walls come tumbling down. Prayers to stop everyone not from our side of town. I figure the Holy Joes had to make God an evil God, one who wouldn't answer prayers because he was mad at you. They could always explain why God didn't answer or help. You had broken one of the rules. But now I'm thinking that prayers against others don't work. Never have, never do, never will. It's the rich and powerful needing to control the masses to justify sending boys to kill. To justify sending boys to kill. To justify sending boys to kill. Prayers to make the mighty walls come tumbling down. Prayers to stop everyone not on our side of town. Oh, prayers to make the mighty walls come tumbling down. Prayers to stop everyone not from our side of town. There. Oh, I'm not hearing anybody. Let me turn my mixer up here.
Gus,
All right.
When you retire, Gus, I'm hoping that, oh, I'm on mute.
No, you're not on mute.
Oh, we heard you.
You weren't on mute, Bob. There you go.
Yellow square around me, a rectangle around me. Yeah, Gus, when you retire, I'm hoping you start some kind of a, nonprofit like spiritual center or religion. It'll be good for your taxes, and I think it would be really inspirational for the community.
I've actually joined a group called Argumentative Atheists, and it's a very interesting group.
I can imagine. Yeah.
In fact, they will definitely respond to things. It's amazing.
How new is that one, Gus?
Yeah, I was going to ask the same thing.
I'm sorry?
How new is that last song?
Oh, that one there, that was like today. I finished it. Well, I've been working on it for about 3 weeks, really. I had a bunch of false starts.
There's a lot of words in it and a lot of message in it. And for me, if it was, just a hair slower and just a hair more relaxed in the delivery, rather than a passionate, urgent delivery, if it was just a little bit more on the relaxed side, kind of like, I'm not saying Leonard Cohen, but like just a nudge in that direction, it would help those words go in.
Yeah, I might do that.
You can also say more words in a sentence and get them all in there if you relax your tongue a little bit. If you try to put them in there, sometimes they get stacked up and don't quite work as well. But that's just my personal opinion about, not even opinion, just my personal feedback on what works for me about songs that have a lot of lyrics, that are especially the kind you want to think about a little bit. So, just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I got to get it out.
Yeah,
See what it's going to do.
Nice. Tell us about that guitar, Gus. That looks really nice.
Oh, this here is one of the
Koa?
prettiest guitars in the whole world.
So pretty.
It is. It's a solid Koa
Oh.
from
Oh, what?
Yes.
from Jean Larrivee Company. Yeah, and it's beautiful. It's a gorgeous piece of wood. It really is. It's got a really nice mellow sound.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
How many guitars do you have, Gus?
I have about 12, I think.
Wow. Is that the high for the group?
Yeah, I
Anybody top
had
12?
6 and I've cut down to 2.
I had 40 at one
I have
time.
Holy cow.
40. I had one almost my whole life until pretty recently, and now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 right now, but only one that I really play. Well, 2 that I play.
I play this one a fair amount sitting around. I just like the instrument. And I actually just put some money into some guitars when I could buy them cheap. And in 2008, when there was a lot of starving musicians, I bought a bunch of guitars on eBay. Been sitting on them, and they're doing about as good as any other type of investment, you know. So, in fact, they might be doing better. I've never sold a guitar for less money than I paid for it.
Oh, good eye. I like Koa. Have you ever heard one of those pre-war Koa Martins? Like from the 40s, early 40s and late 30s. They made some before the war. They made some Koa wood Martins, and wow, they're expensive and they sound good.
Well, there's not much of the Koa left, and it's got
That's one of the
a unique
reasons.
kind of a sound, you know.
I like it.
I do too. I like its kind of the mellowness to it.
Yeah, it's warm, but it's not as like super rich, bassy Martin warm. It's like halfway. It's like the warmth of a Martin and the shimmeriness of a Taylor. It's got kind of it's a nice right in the pocket there. They're a good guitar. It's a good wood.
So my house is a mess here for Thanksgiving, and it's all fault of this pick.
All because of that pick.
Yep. So I said, you know, I like the thumb picks, and I wanted to. There was this guy saying, man, these Torx picks are really hot stuff, and they're really a good thumb pick, and 3 of them for $10. You know, it's kind of like okay, but I ended up having. I couldn't find this guy for a couple of days. I kept looking for it, and I couldn't find it. I got the vacuum cleaner out, and I'm vacuuming the carpets, and just at the time I'm rolling over it, I just see it being sucked up into the vacuum. You know, I mean, just that. So I took the vacuum cleaner's the bag off of the vacuum cleaner, and took it outside and gave it a C-section, and found my pick, and then I went in, of course, to get another bag to put onto the vacuum, because of course I'd wasted this one, and of course no more bags.
Oh.
So
Oh, dude.
everything.
What's special about the thumb pick?
Oh, it's just made out of a particular tusk material that they make, and there's 3 different brightnesses of it. You know, there's theoretically it has a different.
So it's about the plastic and the contact with the string.
Yeah,
like
the
how much
material
good.
really that it's made of.
This thing is $275, and you see that it has that little flap there, like this part right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means like when it's on your thumb, it's got this. Sorry, there. It's got this little. God, I can't get the light right. It kind of wraps around your thumb and then comes down towards the base of your hand, And
Oh, I
it's
see.
almost impossible for it to come off your hand, even
Oh,
if you're
that's kinda
strumming
neat.
with it. I thought, well, okay, that little nub was worth an extra couple bucks. I didn't realize that the plastic itself could be. I just don't finger pick that much anymore, so
I grow my own.
You do what?
there you go.
I grow my own.
Oh, fingernails.
A true organic. You're all natural.
There's
We're like strippers over here. With the plastic
Graham
fingers.
Nash has a YouTube video on how to apply false fingernails when you've broken one right before a show.
Oh, that's right. Classical players do that too. Yeah.
I was at a bluegrass get-together called Bluegrass on the Beach up in Oregon, and I had developed calluses on my fingers, you know, for playing, and got up there and ripped one of my calluses right off my index finger and turned it into just the most sensitive finger in the world. We were trying to do the finale of this bluegrass camp, and I couldn't touch the string without having just pain because of this callus being ripped off.
On your right hand?
Yeah.
I don't have
yeah,
calluses
yeah.
on my right hand.
Right here.
Huh. We are picking on the.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotta switch to a flat pick at that point. All right, let me mute it.
So this is called Jim Dwyer. I was washing dishes next to Jim Dwyer down Camp Verde, Arizona way. He was 90 working at my daddy's restaurant, and he still worked hard each and every day. His eyes were green, he was a little bit mean, had a look that could make a bad guy crawl. We'd laugh at his stories from his days as marshal, and at night he'd play his musical song. His musical song would play. He was marshal in the 20s, from Cottonwood to Jerome, and on to the Verde Valley's land. He knew every scrap of grass. He knew every place to hide. At home in the desert and the sand. He could name every rancher, all their sons and all their daughters, and every cowpoke just hanging around. And he knew which kids he could help stay good, and which ones he'd have to run out of town. One day Jim Dwyer grew too old for the job. They needed a younger man. He hadn't been able to save much money, just a little trailer and a piece of sand. He took to drinking, and it nearly brought him down. He'd sobered up, washed dishes there with me. He'd tell me stories of being law, and he'd play his musical saw, and our voices would fill the dark prairie. Ooh, ooh, his musical saw would play. I told the kids at school of Jim Dwyer being marshal and his pistols of silver and pearl. bragged to the boys he could still shoot tin plates, draw a picture of an Indian girl. I know he'd done it 20 years before. I'd seen a picture on his trailer wall, and I bragged to the boys at this year's rodeo, Big Jim would prove it once and for all. Jim Dwight lived in a smoky little trailer, trimmed with antlered bone and tin. He liked it there in his smoky little hideout, but he would always ask me in. I told him of my boast, and he gazed with steely eyes till I felt myself melting to the floor. Then he said he laughed, and he shook his head and said he'd like to throw those Colts around once more. Ooh. He'd like to throw those Colts once more. I didn't realize what it cost Jim Dwyer to get ready for the rodeo show. He'd wash the dishes after breakfast rush. Out into the hills he would go. The shots would ring from the riverbank, where Jim Dwyer would learn to cuss the day. He let a 13-year-old boy call his hand and talk him into one last play. When he entered the arena, my hat was at my feet. The crowd grew quiet and still. He was dressed all in black with a snow-white hat in a 1920s automobile. He pulled them pearly coats with blind and speed and touched off round after round, then pulled another pair from behind his coat and fired till the hammers snapped down. Ooh. Throw those coats around. He told me later it wasn't one of his best, but he reckoned it had still been really grand. The picture was next to his trailer when he died, half hidden in the Arizona sand. The folks in town knew what they'd lost when he died, when we put Jim Dwyer in the ground. But every time I start to wash dishes, I hear in my head, Jim Dwyer's laughter's still around. Ooh. This musical song would play. I butchered that one really pretty bad, so sorry.
That's a hard song.
That's great. I don't know whether I like which one I like more, Kenny's trombone or your musical saw. You know.
Hey, Gus, if you ever want to record that, you should get in touch with Dave Hampton. He's pretty good on the saw.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he plays it at the Goose sometimes. Well, he used to. And he's done it on a few videos.
And a little musical saw goes a long way.
Hillbilly Theremin.
All right. Good song.
Great song.
Sounded good, Gus.
Thanks, Gus.
Playing.
You bet. Thanks, guys. Oh,
So it's my turn. And I guess I've got a story to tell before I start playing, but it's about this guitar. Who had a guitar like this when they were a kid or something similar?
Oh, wow.
It's the Stella.
Stella.
And this was my first guitar. I got it when I was probably 11 or 12 years old.
Is it a Harmony?
It's made by the Harmony Company in Chicago, all solid wood. It's birch. And surprisingly, this is a 1962. So it's really in pretty darn good shape for a guitar that old. But I borrowed it from my cousin in about 1968, and I never gave it back. And it's been 53 years.
This person.
And
are they still alive?
yeah, he's a year younger than I am. And he said, "Oh, I'll let you borrow." I wanted it pretty bad because all my friends were playing guitar, and the Beatles were hot, and all the hot groups, and I just said, "Could I borrow that?" And he said, "Sure." And he lives up in Dallas, Oregon, so we were 200 miles away, and I never gave it back. But anyway, I dug it out. It was in the case over at my sister's house under her bed, and had been there for years. And I dug it out yesterday, cleaned it up, put lighter strings on it, and it just plays like a dream. It's got this really mid-range kind of sound. It's not boomy. It's pretty tight. And it just, as a new instrument, it inspired a new song. So I'm going to sing the new song. And the last time I did a brand new song, I wrote this 2 hours ago. And the last time I tried that, it was a train wreck. But we'll try it this time. Oh, Stella, I love you. You changed my life around. Oh, Stella, I need you. Let me hear your guitar sound. When I give you a pleck on your reinforced neck, you make my heart pound. When I was 12, I met you. I didn't know what was to be, but I worked out the chords to a simple song. You helped to find the real me. For the next few years, we were blood and tears, and the rest is history. Later on, I left you. I found another guitar. I left you alone in your case, locked in my sister's boudoir. But now I've returned. I finally learned you were always my shining star. Oh, Stella, I love you. You've changed my life around. Oh, Stella, I need you. Let me hear your guitar sound. When I give you a pleck on your reinforced neck, you make my heart pound. Oh, Stella, I love you. Oh, Stella, I need you. Oh, Stella. Oh, Stella.
Reinforced neck, huh?
You have a pleck on your
God. the steel reinforced neck.
Hell yeah.
And it's got the open, they're real simple tuners. They go through and they're bare wood in there. There's no sleeve. It's, I've looked at several of these guitars online and they all have this wear mark right in here where you'd be chording C or D. All the paint, it's just a painted fretboard and it's just all worn off on those places.
What do they usually go for?
Well, brand new, this was about $20.
No, I mean like right now. Like if
Right now they're about 200, 250. And
Yeah, that one's a good.
I mean, they made thousands of them. They sold them through Montgomery Ward's or Sears.
Yeah. There's a bunch of different. There's some other models too, but the Stella Harmony is like a big one.
It's got this nice little trapeze bridge on it, or whatever it's called. Yeah, it's a cool guitar. The intonation's really nice. Tailpiece, yeah.
They're nice. I have a Harmony and electric, and I love it. It's got the same kind of tailpiece. It's got humbuckers in it, one humbucker, and it's like, but man, I love that guitar. It's so nice.
Yeah, Harmony's made some quality stuff, but they never got the big name traction like Fender and Gibson. But
they kind of remind me like of like a Radio Shack, you know, like it's solid and serviceable and very functional, but not like, you know, Tommy Emmanuel isn't playing one, but like, but they're definitely very good. Like you could get a Radio Shack speakers back in the day were 80% as good as really expensive speakers of the same size. So.
Yeah, they're kind of the Kmart of the guitar world, I guess. Because that's where you find these.
Nice. They have a nice sound. There's some guy on YouTube or some guy out in the world, and he has this whole album that he did of nothing on this album is anything but a thrift store bought like $5 guitars. And he found out that every one of those guitars made one sound, at least one sound that was concert level somewhere on the neck with a slide or with the right tuning or the right thing. And he found those things on all these guitars. And then made an album with nothing but these guitars, and you'd never guess. Sounds gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was pretty impressed with this. Well, anyway, to finish my story before I do the last song, I know I'm taking a lot of time, but so I've had this from my cousin, and it's been 53 years, and I saw another one like this it was through a friend of mine who's a luthier. And he had one he was trying to sell. And I said, boy, I'd really like to have that one. And he said, I'll let you have it for $100 and I'll ship it to you. And I said, great. But I'll pay you $125, but I don't want it myself. I want to ship it to my cousin. And so I just did that late last week. So any day now, my cousin's going to be getting this guitar from me after 53 years.
But it's not.
So anyway, Merry Christmas. I can't hear anybody. Everybody's muted, but that's okay. It's got this great mid-range tone, and it just fits certain songs so well. It had been dry as a Southern Baptist picnic. I heard the sound of thunder, lightning hit the ground. I noticed clouds a billow on the horizon. I knew the fires would soon choke us with smoke. The sky grew dark and clouds blocked out the sunlight. Our lungs burned, our eyes were full of tears. We prayed for help to intervene and save us. our hopes and dreams seemed out of our control. The sunset is early on your side of the mountain. The sun rises later on my side of the hill. Can we believe that whatever is against us, together we share the same sky? A sudden cloud burst saved the day completely. The feral smell of pavement after hot summer rain, we pulled together to help one another. We must remember we share the same sky. The sunset is early on your side of the mountain. The sun rises later on my side of the hill. Can we believe that whatever is against us, together we share the same sky? Together we share the same sky. Yes, together we share the same sky.
All right, man.
Tight little sound on this thing. It's just fun.
It sounds really good.
Kenny had some sort of art film going from 1950s. That was interesting.
It's a 62.
Look at the shadows in that. I can't place where that is. It looks like there's a mural or something on the wall of long shadowed trees or something. Or
On mine?
Kenny.
It's I'm standing by the wall heater, and it's just a curtain that I made, so it looks really cheesy.
It doesn't look cheesy. It looks it looks like the set of like a 50s, I don't know, like a TV show or some kind of an art film or something.
Something, yeah. Harriet will be bringing my tea in a moment.
To me, it looks like a kind of an Indonesian thing, you know. There's some kind of an Indonesian art form where they have puppets behind shades.
But when you walked there, it was wild. You were going down this hallway thing, and things were.
Oh no, actually, let me show you. So my house has a lot of wood in it.
Oh right.
It's like all this. Yeah.
Wow,
so,
where is that? Aside from 5th century England.
yeah, exactly. And fireplace, and then it's like, I don't know.
Where do you live?
They hold the
In
Shakespeare Festival
in
at your house.
Medford.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it was wild when you walked through that to sit down. It was right underneath Steve and my little mosaic of people I'm watching here, and so it was like an art film going along with it. Nice song, Steve, by the way.
Yeah, good song, Steve.
Thank you.
Same sky, brother. Same sky.
Well, that was a little different version than I normally do, but that's okay. The guitar inspired it.
That's what you want to do here. Try out different stuff.
How'd you like the first one?
That sucked.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. No, it was good. The blues
I like the first
sounds-
one too. I like that guitar. It definitely
Yeah.
brings something out. It's cool.
That blues riff was really cool on that first one.
Oh, thank you. Well, hopefully that'll evolve if I keep it. Bill, I think you're up. How are you?
Well, I'm fine and totally unprepared.
Oh, cool.
I was prepared to be a wallflower, but you put my name on the list.
Well,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna pay you back by singing a depressing song.
You're the cornerstone of sanity here.
Jesus. We're in trouble.
I got fired the day before Christmas.
Yeah, I got drunk the day my mom got out of prison. So this, I had to pull my zipper up because it was making noise on the ukulele. All my guitars are in Los Angeles, and I'm not. So it's ukulele time again. Always seems to be. This is a song I wrote after one of the high school mass murders. And so it's a very depressing song, but it's got some beautiful lyrics. So you're going to get stuck hearing it now. There's a hole in my heart, a hole in my soul, a whole lot of things beyond my control, and a whole lot of feelings I do not know, and a whole lot of pain is taking its toll. It's beyond my understanding. It's beyond what I can see. Intense and demanding. It's not easy to believe. My foundation is shaken. All has been blown away. All my memories are taken. All I have is today. All I know is what I've known. All I see is what I've seen. All I hear is what I've heard. All I'll be is what I've been. It's too tense and so demanding. It's beyond what I can see. It's beyond my understanding. It's not easy to believe. All right, so now that I've forged you back,
All right. That's a nice song.
I like the lyrics, but it's depressing. This is my one and only Christmas song to date. Because we are past Thanksgiving, you're now allowed to play Christmas songs. And I wrote it in a blues, 12-bar blues style. And if I can remember the words, you'll get to hear them. Merry Christmas, baby. Santa's coming down tonight. I said, Merry Christmas, baby. Santa's coming down tonight. So put out your milk and cookies and turn on the Christmas lights. Merry Christmas, baby. Santa's coming your way. Merry Christmas, baby. Red nose lighting the way. Santa's coming down tonight. Merry Christmas, baby, gonna rock you through the night. Merry Christmas, baby, Santa's coming down tonight. on me. Merry Christmas, baby. Santa's coming down tonight. Santa's coming, baby. Gonna rock you through the night. Merry Christmas, baby. Santa's coming. Merry Christmas, Santa's coming. Merry Christmas, baby. Santa's coming down tonight. That's what you get for putting me on the list.
For being unprepared, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Had I played that one before? I don't know if I had or not.
I don't think I've
I
heard
don't
it. That was good.
remember.
You gave me now I know what I'm gonna play at the second Friday. Oh, are you gonna do one this month, Gus? Second
Yes.
Friday? Yeah. I'm gonna do my 2 Christmas songs that I wrote, which are way more profane than than that one. Yours is family friendly.
I actually screwed up the words on that one, or you would have gotten a little bit more. But
Mine is called "Let's Put
but it
the
sounded-
Ass Back in Christmas."
That sounded good, Bill. I like your singing is always good, no matter what. You know.
well, yeah, that's where I overcompensate. You know, gotta
Yeah,
make up
but
for the lack of musical expertise.
nah, your playing's always good too. But your voice is just like there naturally. It's nice. I think like if we ever do the thing where we cover each other's songs and stuff, I would love to hear you sing one of Gus's like boogie woogie songs. I think it would be super cool.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
Definitely.
we should do that. It would be great.
What date is the second Friday?
That's a good question.
Let me look that up. I don't know if
Tenth.
I don't know where I'm going to be any day of the week. To tell you the truth,
None of us do.
The 10th.
it'll be the 10th. The 10th. Yeah, I'll be in LA, so I'll be probably at Warner Brothers.
I
Whether or
got
not
that
I'll
from
be
a
able
paper
to light
calendar.
up the Zoom, I'm not sure. But I'm going back for 2 weeks, and then I come back here for 2 weeks around Christmas, New Year's. But in the middle of those 2 weeks, I'm going to go to Austin for a week.
Well, you don't stay home much.
You know, I don't. I got to do something about that. My wife thinks the same.
Oh,
Some of us never leave the house.
Yeah, well, we were that way for what, a year and a half. It turns out that we really still like each other a lot and enjoyed it. The best
Pass the
pandemic
test. You passed the
Absolutely.
test. It's remodel a
hey,
barn, go on a cross-country trip, or be quarantined together. Those are the big tests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get through those.
So the 4th Friday is Christmas Eve. What are we doing about that one?
oh,
Maybe we should do it on Thursday.
I'm not going to be very busy Christmas Eve.
Either way, I'll be in Austin, Texas.
Either way, I'll be in Austin.
Sounds like a song right there. Either way, I'll be in Austin.
You know,
Might,
Christmas Eve wouldn't be the end of the world. I mean, I could swing it.
well, we'll have a
Especially
second. Why don't we just focus on the second Friday in December?
Mm,
Just skip that one entirely.
Yeah. Then we'll
It's
have
up to
a.
you guys. I'm good either way.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it on Christmas Eve, but
Well, that's another
I'm
one
good with
down.
Thursday or skipping it, whatever you guys are good with.
Let's do this. Let's just do the second, and then we'll do second and fourth next in January.
Yeah.
Give ourselves a holiday break.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
We could even have a songwriting challenge of some kind between the second Friday in December and the second Friday in January. That's a month, right? So we could come up with like a topic for a song, and then we all try to write a song on that topic and see what we come up with.
Let's write about Stella guitars.
No, just an idea. I mean, I always like it's like a game to me. Like, so if it was like all right, pick an animal in the zoo and write a song from
You
the
know,
perspective
have
of
you
that
been-
animal, I'd be like all over it. I'd just give it my best shot. I'm not saying it would be any good, but I'd have fun with it.
Have you
Anyway,
guys been
think it over.
watching the Beatles documentary, the Jackson?
Oh, I'm riveted to that thing.
I'm gonna wait. I gotta wait till all three till they're all out, so I can watch it all in a row, or
Okay.
else it'll drive me nuts.
Big negatory over here. I'm not watching.
Everybody except Gene.
Everybody except-
I've-
I'm done. I'm resisting the Beatles from now on
The-
until
the-
I die.
Oh man,
you know, it's a good documentary because Peter Jackson is a great director. But
He's
the
amazing.
thing is that it's just they're getting together and they're writing an entire album which they're going to perform in 2 weeks.
Right here.
And
yeah.
these songs, these 14 songs, turn out to be 14 of their best. So, you know, it can be done. Of course,
I can't wait. I am like praying that they show the whole rooftop concert, because like the original Let It Be, when that came out,
Mhm.
it's like one of the greatest musical performances. It's like the fully mature Beatles. They were just like, it was so good. And then they like, hey, let's talk to some secretary or banker on the street while the Beatles are playing. And they're like, let's cut away to hear someone be like, oh my gosh, the Beatles are playing on the roof. It's so interesting and everything. And you're just like, what are you doing? Like, keep the camera on the fucking Beatles. They're playing right now on the roof.
That's a
We don't
good
need to
review
hear
right there.
feedback from someone on their lunch break down below. Thank you. Like, geez, I hope they just cut that out in this.
So the do I have it right that they were doing those Let It Be songs at the same time as the Abbey Road songs? Is that all?
No, Abbey Road was after, but Let It Be was released after Abbey Road, but Abbey Road was recorded after Let It Be, because then they gave it all the tapes to Phil Spector, and then they were all just like, we're out. And he spent a whole bunch of time. He put all those extra tracks on it and everything.
John did that with Spector. The two of them were behind Paul's back on that one. That was pretty much the nail in the coffin.
Yeah,
But,
well,
I like Let It Be Naked much better. If I was going to listen to one of those versions again in my life, I would listen to Let It Be Naked.
well, Paul had commented. I worked on the Beatles anthology, and he had commented that he set out to make a movie about how a band creates an album, and instead he made a movie about how a band blows up.
And blows up.
Yeah.
And
That's an excellent statement of the obvious, but yeah.
Yeah.
one of the neat things about this documentary is that it shows how much they really like each other, as well as how much they clashed. You know,
The
so
whole thing, 'cause
you see some real camaraderie and you see some real dirty looks. You know,
Because like the first one, the 90-minute, they edited, there's like 80 hours of film for that. And they took 90 minutes out, and it was all them arguing mostly and stuff.
that's what
But I
this
think
is
it's
like.
more
60 hours
balanced in this one. Yeah.
edited down into three episodes.
Yeah. Gene, what do you got for us? Beatle inspired medley?
Yeah, just I'm sick of the goddamn people. Well, I'm gonna play you the 18th and 19th. I believe. No, the 17th and 18th songs of 2021 from yours truly. This was not an easy one. This one took a long time, and then finally I just gave up. I said it's as done as it's gonna get. No one's experiment with life is over till they're dead. So hold that obituary you've been writing in your head. My story's incomplete while I'm still on my feet. No one's experiment with life is over till they're dead. You never know until you know. You never know
until you know. My story's incomplete while I'm still on my feet. No one's experiment with life is over till they're dead. Sometimes the truth comes out, but it takes a little while. The loser who left town might come back in style, and that winner might have secrets behind that killer smile. Sometimes the truth comes out, but it takes a little while. You never know until you know. You never know until you know that a winner might have secrets behind that killer smile. Sometimes the truth comes out, but it takes a little while. I'm not saying a devil's gonna switch sides soon. Devil's gotta do what a devil's gotta do. I do protect myself. I hope that you do too. 'Cause I'm not saying a devil's gonna switch sides soon. But you never know until you know. You never know until you know. I do protect myself. I hope that you do too. I'm not saying a devil's gonna switch sides soon. No one's experiment with life is over till they're dead. I might just see the light on my deathbed. My story's incomplete till they draw that final sheet. No one's experiment with life is over till they're dead. You never know until you know. You never know until you know. My story's incomplete till they draw that final sheet. No one's experiment with life is over till they're dead. Thank you, guys.
I like that one a lot.
Really?
Are we
Who
really all
posts the
experiments?
results of the experiment? And what do they have to say then?
That's an open-ended question there that philosophers have debated for many years. I think that the last one, You Never Know, was the last song I recorded the other night. I haven't listened to it yet to see if I need to re-record it, but this one is the first one of the next session, so I'm not as familiar with it. The other one I just played a bunch of them. So this one's called The Restless Wind. Sorry, wrong tempo. Sorry, something's bugging me there. Hang on a sec.
I stole my soul from the restless wind. Gonna have to give it back again. But not today, there is no end. I'm miles away from the restless wind. I stole my love from the restless wind. Gonna have to give her back again. But not today, there is no end. We're miles away from the restless wind. We dance around like kids again. We can't be found by the restless wind. Outside of time, there is no sin, just the distant whine of the restless wind. I stole my friends from the restless wind. Gonna have to give them back again. But not today, there is no end. We're miles away from the restless wind. We dance around like kids again. We can't be found by the restless wind. Outside of time, there is no sin, just the distant whine of the restless wind. I stole my songs from the restless wind. Gonna have to give them back again. But not today, there is no end. I'm miles away from the restless wind. I'm miles away from the restless wind. I'm miles away. Thank you guys, appreciate that. That one's still coming along, still working
Beautiful
out the time.
song.
Sounded good.
Like
I
Nice.
could play
Yeah,
that one
hey,
all night. It's just one. If I had 10 more verses, I'd just keep playing them.
Makes it easy to add a second guitar part.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I was
And
playing along. It was fun.
Thank you, guys.
yeah, Gene, do you like that group, Head in the Heart?
I can't say as I've heard them.
Oh yeah, you might check them out because I think you might really like them. They have a like kind of similar aesthetic and like sense of melody, and I think you might enjoy that. They're really
say
good.
the name again.
Head in the Heart.
Head and the Heart.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give them a look sometime. Put it on my list. Thank you, guys.
Cool.
Oops.
Nice. It sounded good.
Good stuff, Gene. I'll offer my Burnett compliment here. I know that the words are really, really important to you, but the way they blend with the music, it just sends me like it's like a raft ride. It's very, very soothing. Even though the content might be something that's harsher than what I'm hearing, even it's like a raft ride on a really nice.
Like a what?
A raft ride. A raft ride.
Oh, a raft ride.
Riding down,
Oh.
down.
Yeah, I have been. Well, I teach and practice Tai Chi, and it's like a very watery, fluid movement, and I've tried to make my voice and my whole physicality.
It all blends so wonderfully that I don't even need to hear the words sometimes.
That's
I really
the opposite
enjoy
of what I'm going for.
the
But yes.
feeling, the flow.
Yeah, well, yeah, and I honestly adapted my phrasing very specifically to that effect for many, many years, and it was like a smooth, groovy kind of sound. But just recently, like just for this album, I just stopped cutting off my G's, and I stopped pronouncing words in singer performance voice, which is mostly a simulation of a southern or a black accent from mild to heavy, but it's not actually the way we talk. If it is the way you actually talk, that's different. But if I go, I'm sitting here thinking about walking down the street, it's like that's not how I talk. It's not. If I'm really adopting a character, I guess it makes more sense. But for me, I just stopped doing that. So now I'm saying like I'm sitting and thinking and walking down the street, which is how I would actually say it. And I'm noticing, listening back to it, that it sounds much more personal and less generic. It sounds much more unique to me if I pronounce my consonants and just sing it without a lot of stylings to it. And so I like it better. I mean, I like the other thing a lot too. Don't get me wrong. I mean, most of the singing I like is in a mannered kind of voice. But I decided to be less mannered and just say my consonants on this album. So it's still kind of an instinct to not do that. So I'm kind of consciously making sure that I, the distant whine of the restless wind, instead of the distant whine of the restless wind, that kind of stuff.
Okay, Fritjof, you got your guitar in your hands.
Yeah. All right. And I'm going to do couple acoustic things because I had something else planned because like my kid is home for a couple weeks. And he was gonna like do songs with me. He's gonna like come and do like a rap feature, like come in and rap. He's really good at rapping and writing, and his writing has gotten so good. But it just like we don't have enough time together. So and hopefully in the future, because like I remember Steve when you played with your kid, I just thought that was the greatest thing ever, and I was like, oh man, I hope I could do that someday. And so hopefully, pretty close to doing that. But I bet that felt great, didn't it? I mean, it must have. So anyway, I hope to do that also. And it's just cool to see my kid loving music like that and to have that connection. But anyway, so I'm just going to do this. So on with the reverb. Well, I once knew a boy who followed all the rules. Yeah, he learned how to play the game so not to lose. But you never win till you learn to bend yourself around the blues.
But he went straight past the blues into the darkest night. Yeah, he couldn't remember anything as beautiful as light. He had to fall past it all. He never learned how to fly till she unraveled that thread inside the maze once more. And he stumbled upon a path that he had traveled once before, and they swore whatever's true in war will never be true in love. Then you turn on that light so I could find my way. You led me to water at the end of the day. We found a place to watch the sun reclaim the sky from the night. And I got to remember that it's beautiful. Yes, I got to remember that it's beautiful.
Wow, wow.
That was a good one.
Thank you.
Line about the sun reclaiming the dark or something. That was a great line. Wow.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Reclaim the sky from the night.
Yeah. Reclaim the sky from the night. You know, beautiful.
Thank you.
Nice stuff.
Thanks. All right, and then this one's just pretty simple because it's mostly just like on the meter of the words. It's like a 2-chord song, but I'm trying it in a different key. Well, I went around the world on one day, and one night I've been around the block in the blink of an eye. Traveled to the moon to speed of light, I'm more than 9 times, and I don't want to die. Yeah, I bounced for a turn blade of a knife. I took 2 steps forward in the span of my life. I wake up every morning to trouble and strife. Plant my seeds, I sharpen my sight. Then I looked in my heart, I found it full of holes where there wouldn't even be if not for you. I looked at the world, I started building walls. Everything I did it for you. Got my own sky, my feet on the ground. I built a ladder so high, but it wasn't very sound. Started to climb, I came tumbling down, and the wind blew by, didn't make a sound. Yeah, I've done some things of which I'm not proud. I've been alone by myself and alone in the crowd. Sounding no more silence is sickeningly loud. When I finally pull my head out of that deep dark cloud. And then I climbed the mountain, I swam in the sea. All I saw was a reflection of you. I signed my name, set myself free. I'm still waiting in the rain for you, for you, for you.
Yeah, I've been so high I could touch the sky. I've been so low, just wanna die. Watch the sands in the glass fall one at a time, from the future to the past. In the blink of an eye.
Very nice. The blink of an eye.
Those are good songs.
Yeah,
Thank you.
very good.
Really, really nice.
All right. Well, thanks,
Bob.
guys.
What's going on?
Mr. Crowley.
Yeah. You know what? I'm really, believe it or not, I'm a little unprepared here. Believe it or not. And
I see you've been to the hairstylist. Huh?
yeah. Can you hear me through this microphone? That's a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that clear?
No, we can't hear you.
Really?
Echo somewhere.
No, Bob, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Okay.
Just play,
Just say first.
play,
Steve.
and sing so we can hear them together.
Yeah, no, Steve. Steve, let me see. Yeah. Let me get myself down here somewhere. I was hoping to get myself. No, never mind. I don't need to see myself. Can you see this guitar here? I have my own harmony guitar here, Steve.
I see that.
Oh, wow.
I got it down in
nice.
North Carolina in 1973, I think it was. I never learned how to play it. You know, I still have it. But the only date on here is 1892. It has an EST in front of it, so maybe that means something too. But
Established. The harmony started.
oh, thanks a lot. What a buzzkill you are.
Sorry, but that was their first guitar they ever made, I think.
You know, I could never get the guitar thing. But you know what? I bought a uke recently, and I'm going to try to play a uke song. I had a couple songs, but I'm just going to try one because it's so friggin' long. Can you guys hear me okay? And
Yes.
tell me if there's a real imbalance here, because it's very possible there will be.
Chemical imbalance?
Somebody's in balance.
No.
Sing.
Hey, 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 what do you say? Is
Yeah,
that
you've never.
balanced or not?
Yeah, it's balanced. You've never sounded better.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Thanks a lot. It's really encouraging, Steve.
You sound fine.
This is a song I sang half of this song at one point. I don't know if it was at the Pony Espresso, or maybe it was one of these Zoom meets here. And it was a song based upon my 10 years approximately that I spent working on Skid Row, and someone asked me the other day, why did you spend all your time down there on Skid Row? 10 years, that's ridiculous. And the basic reason was, I said, I'd been living overseas, working at refugee camps, and I worked in Somalia and Philippines and the Solomon Islands, and when I got back to the States, I needed kind of an environment that wasn't like just American life, and certainly down on Skid Row I found that, and met a lot of friends, a lot of wonderful characters. There was a lot of pain and heartache, of course, too, and a lot of people that had really horrible problems too, but wonderful people too, wonderful organizations that try to help people get their shit together and stuff like that. Anyway, so this character is based upon that time for me, and it's kind of a compendium of different characters I ran into, and the name of the song is the Ballad of Gimp Leg Bob and Big Leg Sue, and I played half of it one time, but I'm going to do the whole damn thing tonight. And it's only just a coincidence that my wife's name is Sue, Susan. They call him Gimp Leg Bob, wears a wooden leg, says he got it in the war, hops around the city like an old bullfrog, that Gimp Leg Bob. Some night he camps out near the 5 freeway, but he hangs around the nickel most every day. All the folks round here, they like that gimp leg Bob. A little hustle here, some panhandling there, sells a little cocaine down in Pershing Square. If you need a favor, Bob's the man for you. And Bob's a leader's man, that much is true. When he gets to talking, that ain't nothing they won't do. Yeah, he's still a player, that old gimp leg Bob. He's got a woman named Big Leg Sue. She run hot and cold, that's fine for him too. Yes, he likes a big leg gal. Yeah, she got big legs, they're big and strong, like to crush a man to death if he hangs on too long. But lots of the fellas here, they like those big leg girls. Now there's a preacher, and he's dressed just right, looking for some action on a Saturday night. He's sitting at the King Eddie bar, sees the girls as they walk by. Comes a woman, all dressed in blue. Every guy did a double take when she walked through. All the boys in the room thought those big legs looked mighty fine. She saw the preacher, sized him up real fast, gave him quite a look as she strolled slowly past. Preacher joined her quickly at a table in the back. She told him her name was Big Leg Sue. She arrived last night from Kalamazoo and was looking for a way to earn some money real fast. In a heartbeat, he was under a spell. They booked a cheap room at the Rosalind Hotel. Preacher was having a last drink and pulling at his tie. But in the wink of an eye, she slipped him a Mickey, took all his money and left him only with a hickey. Then the preacher came to, minus a wallet and a big leg girl. Yeah, she got big legs, they're big and strong, like to crush a man to death if he hang on too long. Whoa. But lots of the fellas round here, they like the big leg girls. Now old Gimp Leg Bob was flush with dough. He'd done a favor for a dude from Juarez, Mexico. Now he's strutting down to Kohl's for a French dip sandwich and a bottle of wine. And he sees Big Leg Sue out at the corner of his eye. He says, "Pretty lady, you want to get high?" She says, "Baby, you got the money, I got the time." Now Gimp Leg Bob declares to Big Leg Sue, "You know, baby, you look a little blue." She says, "None of your business, pal, unless you're buying me a drink." After pouring down some liquor, he's under a spell, and they're heading down to the Huntington Hotel when from out of an alley steps that preacher man. Now the preacher's coming, but Big Leg, she's fast. She runs down the alley but falls in some trash. And the preacher says, "Big Leg Sue, how do you do?" Takes his belt off and commences to whipping. Big Leg Sue is moaning and kicking, but the preacher says, "Big Leg Sue, this is your judgment day." When out of the night, no, it ain't no mugger, his wooden legs swinging like a Louisville slugger, he sends that preacher's head out to deep center field. I can almost hear Vince Scully go, "That's a home run." And Gimp Leg Bob screws on his leg back on, tells Big Leg, "You better head downtown, I'll meet you at the Greyhound station, we gotta get out of here." Coming to the end here. She gives him a kiss, says, "Boy, don't you tell, I need $50, baby, to get my suitcase out of the hotel, and then we'll be on our way down to New Orleans." And that's the last he's seen of that Big Leg Sue, but he smiles when he thinks of her, everything she does. A lesson learned from a big-hearted, big-leg gal. Yeah, she got big legs, they're big and strong, like to crush a man to death when he hang on too long. Lots of you fellas around here, they like the big leg girl. Yeah, she got big legs, they're big and strong, like to crush a man to death if he hangs on too long. But can't play ball. He likes them big leg girls. That's it. That's it.
Quite a story.
Yeah, that's one of the better,
It's a true story.
non-professional
That was quite
songs
true.
I've ever heard.
There were many incidents like that.
That was great.
Where did this
I like
take
it.
place?
Well, Skid Row in Los Angeles. Yeah, that's right.
But Sue came in from Kalamazoo.
Well, you know, she's a fictional character. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Plenty of
A lot
folks
of
actually
people from the
come to
Midwest
Skid
end up
Row
in-
every day.
Sure.
Every day.
Say that
It's a
now.
happening place, you know?
All right. Thanks,
Great.
Bob. That was good.
I like it. I always love the like story element of your songs. Are great, and plus just like all the little landmarks remind me of like being a kid there and everything. Like,
On Skid Row?
not the like the Roslyn Hotel and stuff,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
Greyhound Station and Vin Scully and stuff. Yeah.
Well, what a beautiful atmosphere it was. I mean, I didn't grow up in L.A. and downtown was like, to me, was like the epitome of like L.A. perhaps at its greatest times. You know, back in the 20s and whatnot. All the beautiful like old movie houses there and.
Yeah, like Broadway is right there, Skid Row. I mean, it's like those buildings are
Oh yeah, just phenomenal. $1 million theater and things like that. And the tragedy is, of course, to me was the great tragedy of that time was that all the powers that be in Los Angeles, you know, moved all the big missions down to this really concentrated area. And of course, all the folks who were homeless and needed food and they were mentally ill, needed services, all moved down there too. And the outfit I was working for was trying to build a community by, you know, rehabbing a lot of the hotels down there and such. You know, making some good clean and sober places for senior citizens and whatnot. And, you know, they still struggle to do that because obviously in Los Angeles now it's quite a mess still. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I remember like when Reagan shut down the funding for all the residential places, and then it
I
just
know,
like
yeah.
exploded there.
Yeah,
Like
really.
it was,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Downtown now there is like they totally revitalized. There's like $1 million lofts all down there off like east of Figueroa and everything. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the most interesting cities in the world, that's for sure. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
You have one more, Bob?
No, I can't do it with my other one, Steve. I'm running out of steam here. I ate too much turkey yesterday. And,
Okay.
the tryptophan is still coursing through my
Tryptophan
system.
hangover is
you know?
real. That's no joke.
Yeah. I've got another one, but it's kind of a long one. But I'm not up for it right now. Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to give my time to you, Mr. Speaker. You know, so.
Well, I'm ready to go eat my dinner. So
Yeah.
thanks everybody for coming tonight. It was kind of show and tell for guitars and different things. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, maybe Fritjof, show your Stella next time.
Oh, I'll show you. I could show you that harmony real quick if you want.
All right.
Right there.
I have to turn the lights on.
So our next one is on the 10th, right?
Yeah. That'll be the last one for the year, I guess. Yeah.
For the year.
I'm going to issue a songwriting challenge that night, and you can take it or not.
That'd be
All right.
great,
I don't
Gene.
know what
All right.
it'll be, but it'll
That'd be great.
Perfect. I'd be.
Write a song about me.
Can these things
What,
actually be?
where here?
Can they be made to play like easier to play? You know, like I think
In the action and the string gauge.
Yeah, you could
Yeah,
adjust
yeah.
the action.
Some of them you can adjust the action. Some of them are stationary, but it depends on if the neck is warped. That's the key thing.
But you can
But
always
they're bringing
do
to
something
it
with the
attach,
action.
I
If you
think
put
we
in a
can do
new
that.
nut and a new saddle, then you
Yeah.
can just build a thicker one.
You could probably make improvements. Sure.
Yeah, I've never.
I
wanted to
put
do
lighter
swords. I like
strings
swords.
on. What I've noticed about the Stellas and some of the harmonies is the frets are really tiny. They're not jumbo frets, so it makes it a little hard on the hand. They got a giant neck like a baseball bat too. Some of them,
Yeah.
so they're a little bit hard to
Here's
play.
this one.
Try to play it.
Ooh,
Wow. Look at that thing. What year is that, buddy?
Well, you know,
Like
it's around
a
73,
63, I think.
Oh, that one there. Wow.
is that a harmony?
Yeah, it's a Harmony Rocket.
Oh, cool. Does it have the gold foil pickups?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, those are, I don't know too much about them, but people say they sound great.
It sounds, I run it through this like 25 watt box tube, like an old like 67 Pathfinder. And you just, the natural overdrive with this, dude, it sounds so good. It's so nice.
Natural overdrive, is that what you just said?
Yeah. You just turn it up, it only has the Pathfinder just has one master volume. You put it, it's only 25 watts. So you just overdrive the speaker, and then with this, the sound, the distortion in it is like so good, like kind of that like like the Kinks sound, like that first, like when they were first doing that, like just natural distortion just through the amp, not a pedal. And so it's still, I don't know, it just breaks up, it breaks the sound up naturally. Yeah, actual for real distortion. It sounds great.
Organic distortion.
Yes.
Real shit, not that fake.
The best kind. It sounds good.
Yeah, we've had the thumb picks and the.
Oh, cool. That's a nice instrument. All right, everybody.
Yeah, see you on the 10th, everyone. Have a great holiday.
All right.
What's left of this
The
weekend.
10th.
All right. Take
Good
care,
night,
everybody. Bye.
All right, bye.